I figured since I'm here, since I already made my A&M Iowa State prediction, I might as well go and make my Big 12 predictions. I was 2-4 the last time I did it, which was 2 weeks ago. Um, I'm not going to call K-State fucking awful anymore, so that's good. I'm not going to look as bad. This week looks a little bit easier to pick than most weeks. Nebraska plays Baylor. Baylor with Robert Griffin, I might give half a chance, but Baylor hasn't played very well without Robert Griffin, and Nebraska has something to prove after the 8 turnover disaster they just had against Iowa State. I'm going to take Nebraska, maybe not huge, but I think they win by 2 possessions, probably about 28-13 or something like that, somewhere in that ballpark. Missouri, Colorado. Is Blaine Gabbert playing in that game? Um, I don't see anything that says he isn't here. Colorado's all right. They have some pieces, but they just don't have that entire puzzle. Missouri's got more talent. It's tough to play in Colorado, but I got Missouri probably by about 10 points. We'll say 34-24. I wouldn't be surprised if Missouri won by a little bit more than that, but and then A&M Iowa State already picked. Texas Tech and Kansas. That should be fun. Um, Kansas kind of disappointing against Oklahoma last week, but they get to play Texas Tech. A couple of fun offenses to watch. A couple of pretty good football teams that kind of suffered lackluster performances last week, so both of them will have something to prove. I'm not sure I can pick Texas Tech with Seth Doge. A Tech fan will probably help me out there and thank him for it. I'm not sure they can win with Seth at quarterback. They played a lot better against us, but we got practically all freshmen in the secondary, and it wasn't loving. That said, I think Tech can play good football. I'm hesitant to pick Tech over Kansas with a third-string redshirt freshman quarterback, but what the hell? USC's winning with a true freshman, although I know the difference between Matt Barkley and Seth Doge. Don't come after me. I'll take Tech to win. It'll be a shootout. 42-34. I guess that works. Let's see. What else do we have? Oklahoma, Kansas State. I can't believe I'm going to say this. Kansas State. I'm not going to pick them to win. I got Oklahoma winning, so I'm just going to ramble on a little bit. I think Kansas State's going to put up a fight. I think this will be a much better game than people are looking at it as. A lot of people say, oh, it's Oklahoma. And they should. Oklahoma's a fantastic football team. Last I heard, they're going to get DeMarco Murray back this weekend, and I think he's one of the top 2 running backs in the Big 12. But Kansas State played good physical football. And, props to Bill Snyder for that. I take Oklahoma to win 34-20, I guess. But don't be surprised if K-State is winning at the end of the half. I think Bill Snyder's going to have his team up and amped to play Oklahoma. But I think Oklahoma winds up winning the football game. And it is the final game. Texas, Oklahoma State. This is the big time. I think Texas's defense is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And they're playing Oklahoma State. And Okie State's a good team. Don't get me wrong. They're very good. But this Texas defense is scary. Oklahoma State's probably not going to have Kendall Hunter. They will have Keith Toston, and he's a very good running back. And they will have Zach Robinson, and he's a very good quarterback. But I don't know. Without Des Bryant, I don't see a home run threat there. And, maybe I'm missing someone. Oklahoma State fans, you're more than welcome to comment and say, Kyle, you missed somebody here. I'll be more than happy to look it up. But, I see Texas's defense is just too good. they could shut down almost any team. And they took Oklahoma and held them to 13. Yes, it was with Landry Jones for 3 quarters, but still, they shut down Oklahoma at a neutral site. Oklahoma State will play decently. I don't see them beating Texas, though. So I'll call it in kind of a defensive game. Texas 28, Oklahoma State 17, maybe 20. It'll be something like that. So to run through it, I got Texas over Oklahoma State, Oklahoma over Kansas State, Texas Tech over Kansas, A&M over Iowa State, Missouri over Colorado, and Nebraska over Baylor. If you put a gun to my head and told me to flip one of those picks, I would say Kansas for Tech. But the one game that's going to be on upset alert for me is Kansas State over Oklahoma, although I don't think it'll really happen. That's my one big upset pick of the weekend. Although I picked Oklahoma, so it's not really like I'm picking K-State. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. So I'll just review my picks again. Texas, Oklahoma, Texas Tech, Nebraska, Missouri, Texas A&M. And that's it. Hope to see you next week.